Hey everyone, I am back to do another writing lesson with you guys. And today what I want to teach you is that readers love satisfying endings. And one way to do that is by telling them what happens to the character. They need to know what happens. So at the end of the story, there needs to be some kind of solution. Their problem has to be solved. Otherwise, readers feel lost or upset that they don't know what happened to that character. They become so invested, they want to know what happens. Have you ever felt that way? Like maybe I'm reading you guys a story in class and we have to stop because it's a chapter book and it's time for recess and we leave right at a cliffhanger and you're like, no, I want to know what happens. That's what happens if you end a book without solving the problem. So readers need to have a solution to that problem. It makes them feel good about the story that they're reading. So what I want to tell you guys, I've been working on my story with Gretchen in the treehouse. And I wanted to read my ending to you and I wanted to see what you guys thought of it, okay? So I'm wondering if you think, is it good enough or should I add some more? You let me know what you think. So if you think it's good and I should end it right there, I want you to give me a thumbs up. If you feel like, maybe I need to do a little bit more, I want you to give me a thumbs down, okay? And that's okay, it just means I need to work a little bit more, and writers are always continuing to write. You can always make something better, right? All right, so here's the end of my story that I have so far, okay? Gretchen hid her head in her hands. Crack! She was cold. What do you think? You like how I used the word crack? That was fun, huh? What about the ending? Did you like it? Was it good? Do you feel like I gave you a solution, or do you feel like you still don't know how she solved the problem? Which one do you think? Yeah. You know what? I need to get my character out of trouble, and right now it just sounds like she's in trouble, right? That doesn't make me as a reader feel comfortable with the story, right? I want to know what happened to Gretchen. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to write some more. I am going to write something to get her out of trouble. Do you think I should do that real quick? What do you think I could do? Well, it sounds like with the crack, like crack and boom, when you think of those sounds, and if you look at my picture here, what do you think's happening? Sounds like a lightning or a thunderstorm. You see the rain coming down. I see some lightning up here in the sky. So maybe I should write something about the storm passing so that it's gone away and she's feeling better. So I'm going to write that. Okay. And then, but she's still in her treehouse. She needs to come home, right? She's a little girl. So maybe I could have something about her mom calling her inside. Okay. So I'm going to write that here real quick. Okay, awesome. And then maybe to close it off, I could write that she climbed out of her treehouse, right? That way we know she's safe and out of her treehouse. Does that sound good? Okay, I'm gonna write that here. And don't worry, I'm gonna share this with you all so you can see what I've written, okay? And then you can tell me if I've done a good job. And then you know what? To make people feel really safe, I think I'm gonna give her some feeling here and say, she felt safe. Period. Okay, so I am done writing. I'm going to share this on the screen with you really quick so you can see what I've written. All right, so here we are. All right, here's my story. So we started here. Gretchen hid her head in her hands. Crack! She was cold. So remember, that didn't give us a very satisfying ending, so we added some more. So let's see what I've written here. Then the storm passed. Gretchen's mom yelled, Gretchen, come inside, get dry. I made hot chocolate. Still even there, is that an end? Not quite, we added some more, right? So let's see what else I wrote. Gretchen climbed down the treehouse. So we know she's safe out of the treehouse, but she's not yet home. Here we are. She felt safe at last. Where is she? Yeah, she's at home, probably in the kitchen right here with her mom, and you can see the treehouse in the window here. Does that give you a satisfying ending? Yeah, she feels safe. She's happy, which makes our readers feel safe and happy. So as realistic fiction writers, we have to remember that we have to get our characters out of trouble. So remember, we created a problem in our story. Something's going wrong, but we also have to solve the problem. So you have your character, the setting, a problem, and now you have to create a solution. How are you going to solve that problem? And as you guys are writing, there are some things you want to do to bring your stories to life. So you want to unfreeze people. What does that mean? Well, I want you to make them move and make them talk. So it said she climbed. Here, let me show you my paper here. Gretchen climbed down the treehouse. She's climbing. It's talking about climbing, right? What about talking? Remember when the mom yelled? Gretchen's mom yelled, Gretchen, come inside and get dry. I made hot chocolate. So is the mom talking? Yeah. And do you remember what that's called? Yeah, it's called dialogue. And dialogue in stories helps us to connect to the characters even more. One of the big things I really want you to focus on too to bring stories to life. Sometimes as we're beginning writers, we are learning, and sometimes we take big steps as we're writing, and we miss important parts of the story. So as you are writing, take small steps to tell what's happening. So if we go back to my story here, it says Gretchen hid her head in her hands. So you can imagine her doing that. Crack! You hear the loud sound. She was cold, right? I'm giving you feeling. I'm giving you some sound. I'm giving you an idea of exactly what she's doing in that moment. It doesn't just say Gretchen is scared. No, it says she hid her head in her hands. If someone's hiding their head in their hands, how do you think that makes them feel? Yeah, they're very scared. So by doing that, you give the reader more information. But then I don't just say, she went out to her treehouse and went straight home. Nope, we told it step by step. She got out because then the storm passed. See how we use the word then? Then the storm passed. Gretchen's mom yelled, Gretchen, come inside and get dry. I made hot chocolate. So we have dialogue. We have pieces of the story being told step by step by step, just little by little, right? Gretchen climbed down the treehouse. And then she felt safe at last, right? So remember to tell your story step by step. And then finally, like I just told you in the last little bit here, bringing out the inside. What does that mean? Well, I want you to make people feel and make people think, right? Your characters, that is. And by doing so, that will make your readers feel and think, right? So, for example, the one part where I said she put her hands in her face. When you see that or you read that, you know that that character is feeling really scared. You don't really hide your face unless you're feeling really nervous, right? So that will make your reader feel what your character is feeling, right? So those kinds of things will really help bring your story to life. So when you guys are writing today, I want you to bring your story to life, okay? And you're going to get your character out of trouble. You've already created your character and you've created your setting and you've created the problem, but now we have to get that character out of trouble, okay? I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with. I am so excited to continue reading your stories and I'm so proud of all of you. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.